We moved in about a year and a half ago. There was plastic rainwater goods on the property. It's a bit of a mixture. There's black, faded a little bit, some leaky joints on the main house, and we've got a conservatory at the back which is brown PVC, which had faded quite a bit as well. That was also leaking, and that was just because that was the system that was installed on the conservatory when it was put up, basically. So we've been here about 18 months. We were a bit concerned about some damp spots appearing on the conservatory wall. It was something that we started to have a look into. The plastic quote we had and the metal Infinity Guttering quote wasn't a million miles apart. It should last a lot longer. It won't fade, it won't crack, it won't leak. In terms of ongoing lifetime cost, I feel as though that was a good choice for us. It's we're a young family here. We're going to be staying here for quite a while, so it was something that we wanted to sort of do right, but in an affordable way. That was why we looked at the Infinity steel. A couple of the downpipes were concreted into the floor, which in first instance thought might be a bit of a problem, a bit extra work on the install and some more cost, but actually the solution was pretty straightforward. They do a colour matched reducer piece that just basically cut the plastic out at the lowest point, drop that in, it's like a little funnel, and then that connected up into the downpipe. So actually that was quite an easy solution, and no need for any breaking out of concrete or anything like that. It was an extra item, so it was an small extra cost, but basically it gives access to that downpipe that's concreted into the floor. So if ever there were to be a blockage, you can just open the door, get a rod in there or an access to try and clear the blockage. It's got a little catcher in there as well to stop anything big going down into the underground drainage. So it'd just be a case of opening the door intermittently and just clearing out any moss or leaves or anything that's managed to get down there. When you've got a shoe at the bottom and an open drain, it's not needed, but in this instance I thought it was best to put those in, really. Yeah, there's a lot of moss on the tiles. The birds seem to have fun throwing it all over the patio. I think the installer had this grid solution, so we went with that as well. It should stop any big pieces getting into the gutter. The idea being that they'll still find their way to the gutter, obviously, but they'll be stopped from going in with the mesh, any large pieces anyway. They'll probably sit there while they're wet and heavy, but eventually they'll dry out and the wind will blow them off onto the patio for me to clean up.